What's up, everybody? I'm Dave Miranda, and this is episode 8 of Just Give Me 5. I want to start this episode off by saying rest in peace to my cousin Mike Gano, who recently passed away. Gone but never forgotten, cuzzo. We love you always. God bless you. God bless you. If you guys caught episode 7, we had the one and only Tina Estes on, and yo, let me tell you, that was a great episode, man. Such a unique and kind-hearted individual right there with an enormous amount of talent. Make sure you guys check out that episode, and much love and respect to Tina Estes. Oh, and if you need lessons, like I said, holla at her. She's got you. She's got you. But today's guest is someone that I like to call a jack of all trades. I mean, the guy's an MC, he's a boxer, he's a photographer. I mean, he recently started getting into film production. I mean, it's like, what can't this guy do, right? But most importantly, he's a good human being. And I know that personally because I was his roommate for 2 years. So shout out to Blue, by the way. So ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, I present to you Medaforacle.
Yo, what up, world? This is Medaforacle, and all I'm saying is just give me 5. I was kind of there by default, I guess, just being born. My pops was like a b-boy. He rocked the Pumas and the fat laces, the Puma sweatsuits, you know what I mean? Like growing up the way I did and what he listened to, I was just kind of thrown into it by default, man, and I naturally just gravitated toward it as I got older. I saw my older brother doing it, rocking shows, writing rhymes, and just kind of soaking all that up as a kid at like age 12, 13, seeing him do shows. So I was just like, forget it, man. I just decided to write my first rhyme, and it was a wrap after that, man. I fell in love with everything else about it, b-boying, graffiti, the whole nine, man. So I was just kind of born into it. I was always a fan of it. As a kid, man, like my mom's favorite fighter was Mike Tyson. My pops was a huge boxing fan. So back when boxing was free on NBC, they would always do fight parties, man. So as a kid, I was always around it, and I loved the sport. But I say I developed an actual passion for it when I started participating in it, probably like around age 20. I started, you know, a whole amateur career. I started fighting and going to other people's camps and sparring and stuff, man. And I just so happened to be good at it. So started studying it, the history of it, became, you know, a boxing history buff and watching old fights that my pops used to watch when I was like 8, man. And it just kind of snowballed after that. And now I'm training other fighters and doing photography for boxing. So it'll always be a part of my life, man. Big passion. I guess the best way I could describe it is a feeling of freedom. It's like the only time where you get to see humanity as a whole. You know what I mean? Like when you're around people and you're talking, and you might not get the full 100% of who that person is, but with photography, I feel like I get a chance to show people how I see the world and how I see human beings and capture that in a moment. So I kind of feel free to just like create memories and try to create something that outlives me, man. So I think freedom would probably be the best to describe it, man, by far. All of them, shit. Man, there was so many of them, man. Ali Foreman, Hagler Hearns, Chavez Senior Whitaker, yo, like 100,000 people in that. Like I couldn't. If I had to choose one, though, I'd probably say any of the War Gotti trilogy fights, hands down, man. Just because those fights were the epitome of what boxing is. You know, it's a gentleman's sport, but it's still combative and it's still beautiful and it's emotional, and those two dudes in those 3 fights, man, captured everything about not only boxing, but about life and humanity, man. Like, you truly saw who they were as people, you know what I mean? Like, you saw the athleticism in them, the skill level of being able to be pretty and slick, and then you saw having to face adversity and bite down and fight in the trenches, and then being knocked down, having to get up and fight through that, man. And then when it was all said and done, they turned out to be two of the best friends ever, man, and just the true essence of a gentleman's sport. And I think that was like the first time I truly fell in love with boxing, to see that you could actually see someone's true self. And that's probably the highest level I've ever seen of someone just giving themselves to you or to the masses, man. That fight, if I could have been there to see that live, whew, man, 100,000 people, like, imagine, yo, that's what I'm saying. Imagine being a black man going into San Antonio, Texas, in the Alamo Dome, 100,000 people, majority Hispanics, and they all hate you.
I know, man.
And you gotta fight through that. That's crazy. You gotta be a whole different type of human being to just brush that off like, I came here to handle business. Crazy, man. It's indescribable, man. It's what you live for. It's what you're supposed to do as a human, man. So I'm a very positive person. I love everybody who's a part of my life. So to get that in return, man, it's overwhelming, man. It's hard to describe, but it feels good. It feels good to see that people acknowledge that you're a good person and that you love them, and to have that reciprocated, man, that's all you want in life at the end of the day, man. That and health. Yo, shout out, of course, to my brother Dave Miranda. I love you, dog. This is dope that you got going on. Shout out to Jimmy on the camera, killing it right now. Shout out to y'all, everybody going through this whole pandemic right now, man. We all fighting together. We all got each other's backs. Look out for one another. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace.
And there you have it. Much love and respect to my brother Medaforacle, man. It's one of the most solid individuals I've ever known, man. Much love and respect to him. Make sure you guys are following him on social media. And shout out to my brother Jimmy Nelson on camera. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get them numbers up, you know what I mean? And I hope you guys are having a good time, man. I hope you guys are enjoying the shows as they continue on. And until next time, stay tuned, stay blessed, stay healthy. Just give me 5, yo.